They made us gladiators, but from today, we will make Rome tremble.
In the heart of ancient Thrace, around 109 BC, a man was born, destined to challenge the most powerful empire in the world. Spartacus, a proud and warlike Thracian, hailed from the Maidi tribe. Thracians were known in Rome as fierce and courageous warriors, and many of them were enlisted as auxiliaries in the Roman army, or ended up as gladiators in Roman schools because of their fighting prowess. Spartacus, enlisted as a Roman auxiliary, deserted for the sake of freedom, ending up captured and enslaved. Imagine a time when Rome's glory was built on the backs of slaves.
Sold to the Lanista Lentulus Batiatus, owner of a gladiatorial school in Capua, Spartacus became a Thracian gladiator. Trained to fight for the entertainment of the Romans, he lived in chains, dreaming of freedom. He learned to fight and formed bonds with his fellow sufferers, including the Gauls Crixus and Enemaus. His intelligence and strength made him a natural leader among his fellow sufferers.
Spartacus and his companions' endurance had reached its limit. In 73 BC, exasperated, Spartacus and 70 companions, armed with stolen knives, fled the school. Outside, fate offered them a stroke of luck. They stumbled upon a chariot carrying gladiatorial weapons. The act of rebellion had turned into a revolt. They took refuge on Mount Vesuvius, electing Spartacus as their leader along with Crixus and Oenomaus.
In response, Rome sent a praetor, Gaius Claudius Glaber, with a small army to quell the revolt, trapping the rebels atop Mount Vesuvius. But Spartacus, in a feat of military genius, wove ladders of wild vines and had his men abseil down an inaccessible cliff. They outflanked the enemy forces and attacked them by surprise. The victory was overwhelming, and the slave army gained not only weapons, but also confidence in its own strength. This initial victory attracted thousands of runaway slaves.
The victory at Vesuvius transformed the revolt into a full-blown war. Spartacus's army grew immensely, defeating consular officers and praetors and marching north. His goal was not conquest, but freedom. He wanted to cross the Alps and allow his men to return to their homelands. They plundered Roman villas, freeing slaves and distributing the spoils equitably. He was a charismatic leader who earned the loyalty of his men.
Despite their successes, in 72 BC, disagreements led to a split. One group, led by Crixus, chose to remain in Italy to plunder. It was a fateful decision. Crixus and his men were intercepted and defeated in Apulia. Spartacus, to honor the fallen, organized gladiatorial games, a gesture that underscored his loyalty and leadership. Forced to turn their backs on the Alps, the army turned south.
Spartacus defeated the Roman consuls near Modena, reaching the Alps. But instead of fleeing, he turned back, perhaps out of ambition or pressure from his men. To end the threat, Rome entrusted command to Marcus Licinius Crassus, the richest and most ruthless man in the Republic. Crassus reorganized the legions with iron discipline, even reintroducing decimation to punish cowardice. He surrounded the rebels in Calabria with a massive fortification, but Spartacus, on a snowstorm night, managed to break through the encirclement, once again demonstrating his ingenuity. Returning south, Spartacus set his sights on Sicily to spark another revolt. But the Cilician pirates, whom Spartacus had asked for help, betrayed him, preventing his escape to Sicily. Now trapped between Crassus's forces and Pompey's advance, Spartacus realized the end was near. In the final battle, he threw himself into the fray, trying to join Crassus in a decisive duel. He fought with the courage of a lion, but fell. His body never recovered. As a warning, Crassus had 6,000 slaves crucified along the Appian Way.
Marcus Licinius Crassus took command with 8 legions. He built a palisade to trap Spartacus in Calabria, restoring discipline through decimation. In 71 BC, surrounded by Crassus, Pompey, and Lucullus, Spartacus faced the final battle in the Selli Valley. He attempted to kill Crassus, but fell fighting. Pompey exterminated the last fugitives. Rome triumphed, but the revolt exposed the fragility of the slave system.
Spartacus became a symbol of resistance. Admired by Plutarch, he inspired Marx and modern revolutionaries. His fight against oppression lives on today, an eternal hero of the oppressed.
Thanks for following us on the Hidden Drawers of History. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time.